Overhead lights just flickered twice, warning in the air, while I'm staring at the empty space where you used to pull a chair. The bartender stacking stools against the mahogany bar, and I'm wondering how we ever let it get this far. 4 years of lectures, late nights and whispered vows are fading into the quiet that the closing time allows. It's the last call for the class of us, the final round is through. I'm sobering up to a world that's missing you. The jukebox stopped its humming, the keg has run dry. Just a bittersweet diploma and a long cold goodbye. We're graduating from the dream we thought was true. It's the last call for us, and I'm losing you. You're checking your Uber, I'm searching for my keys, while the university wind shakes the autumn leaves. We were mavers in passion, but we minored in the end. Now I'm signing off. Have a lover and a stranger, the tab is paid, the glass is stained with a lipstick trace. The only landmark left of you in this hollow place. Is there a refund for the heart I gave away, for the tuition of the love that didn't want to stay? The door is locking behind us, but neon sign goes black, and there's no map in the world that can lead us back. So walk into the night, don't look back at the road. I'm the lesson you finished, and now you have to go. The lights are out, the campus is hushed in blue. It was last call for us, my love, last call for you. I thought I'd finally figured out the rhythm of the rain. After 2 long winters, I thought I'd memorize the pain, but you were the third act, the one I didn't plan to lose, the final piece of color in a world of static blues. Now the closet is half empty and the silence is so loud. I'm just a broken silver lining looking for a cloud. I'm back at the beginning, but I'm older than before, tracing patterns on the ceiling, pacing circles on the floor. 3 times I gave my heart away, 3 times it came back cold. Story told in fragments that's already getting old. No more us and no more we, just a ghost I can't disown. I'm just a student in the dark, learning to be alone. There's a dinner plate for one and a movie I won't start, because the happy endings feel like needles in my heart. I'm tired of the sorries and the someone else is out there talk. I'm tired of the shadows following me on every taught me that even the perfect ones can lie. And I've run out of excuses for why I'm still this way. Just a man when standing still while the world turns into gray. I'm back at the beginning, but I'm older than before. Tracing patterns on the ceiling, pacing circles on the floor. 3 times I gave my heart away, 3 times it came back cold. A story told in fragments that's already getting old. No more us and no more we, just a ghost I can't disown. I'm just a student in the dark, learning to be alone. Class is back in session, the lights are getting dim. It's just me and the echo, and the space where you should have been. Learning to be alone. I'm finally learning. I'm finally learning. The floorboards used to echo with the rhythm of your feet, a noisy kind of comfort that made the house complete. Now the air is thin and frozen, and the hallway stretches on, a desert made of quiet since the moment you were gone. I'm reaching for the banister, I'm steadying my breath in a house that's haunted by a love that met its death. And I'm learning to walk on silence, step by heavy step, across the empty spaces where the promises were kept. It's a different kind of balance when there's no one there to hold. In the middle of the quiet, in the center of the cold. No music in the kitchen, no heartbeat in the hall. Just me in the silence and the courage not to fall. I used to fear the stillness, used to turn the radio high just to drown the whys and how comes and the ghost of our goodbye. But now I let the quiet wrap around me like a shroud. I'm finding that the nothingness is getting pretty loud. I'm listening to the shadow of the person I should be, while I navigate the distance between what was us and me. It's a tightrope made of whispers, it's a bridge of unspoken words, the kind of lonely music that the world has never heard. But my feet are getting surer on this path of empty sound. I'm finding my own gravity on this hollow, quiet ground. Yeah, I'm learning to walk on silence, step by heavy step, across the empty spaces where the promises were kept. It's a different kind of balance when there's no one there to hold. In the middle of the quiet, in the center of the cold. No music in the kitchen, no heartbeat in the hall. Just me in the silence and the courage not to fall. Shh, can you hear it? The sound of moving on, one foot in front of the goodbye is the only word I haven't heard. I'm checking the USB zip code. Look up one last time to see how far you're going and how high I have to climb. Your bags are in the trunk, mine are by the door. We don't live in this college town anymore. I'm crossing the border, I'm hitting the line, but I'm leaving my heart in the zip code of mine. The GPS says 500 miles to the end, but how do I drive when I'm losing my best friend? I'm taking my clothes and the books that I read, but I'm leaving the us in the life that we led. We carved our initials in the park bench wood, back when staying together was still understood. Now the interstate sign is a cold silver blade, cutting through every single promise we made. I'll be in a new city with a new area code, while you're just a ghost on this long, lonely road. Is there a forward and address for a soul that is torn, for the dreams that we had before they were outworn? Every mile on the odometer feels like a sin. I'm losing the race that I thought we would win. So check your rearview mirror, see the campus fade out. That's the sound of a heart full of longing and doubt. I'm changing my life, I'm starting apart, but in that old zip code, I'm leaving my I'm leaving my heart. The janitor's keys are jingling down the hall as the winter sun fades against the trophy wall. And I'm lingering by the entrance, just stalling for time, searching for a reason or a rhythmic rhyme. You've got your coat on and your keys in your hand, and I'm sinking like a footprint in the stadium sand. If you're gonna leave, could you break it to me gently? Don't tell everyone we shared a history. Just a quiet goodbye by the old oak tree where the shadows can hide what's left of me. Don't disappear while I'm still feeling your light. Just ease the pain for one more night. The cafeteria's empty, just the scent of the floor and the echo of the person I'm not anymore. I saw you checking your watch, looking ready to run, like I'm just a chore that you finally done. I'm not asking for forever or a seat at your table, just a little bit of mercy if you're even able. My skin is chilly and my heart is a bruise. I've got nothing to gain and everything to lose. The parking lot lights are starting to flicker, and the pain in my chest is getting much quicker. So walk to your car, but please don't slam the door. I can't handle the sound of no more. Just fade away softly in the corridor, haze before you vanish in 1,000 different ways, 1,000 ways. the gym, the one who's too much for her and way too much for him. I'm a spill in the hallway that everyone avoids, a static frequency making too much noise. I watched you back away like I was something that might break. Or maybe I'm the storm that's just too hard to take. The teacher calls my name and I see you roll your eyes like my existence is a burden in a thin disguise. They say I'm a liability, a little too intense, a fire in a building with no self-defense. I'm the dancer in the dark when the music starts to fade, the one who's always left standing in the shade. You love the light I gave until the shadows got too deep. Now I'm just a secret that you're tired of having to keep. Yeah, I'm a liability, I'm a heavy weight to hold. I'm the story that gets boring once it's already been told. In the cafeteria, I'm a table for one, and the main character energy is over and done. And I saw you with the quiet ones, the ones who don't make waves, the kind of easy love that everybody craves. I'm a forest fire, you're a candle in the breeze. I'm the kind of person who brings giants to their knees. But tonight I'm just a ghost in a blue school sweatshirt, wondering how much of me is left that doesn't hurt. And they'll all get married, and they'll all find peace, while I'm the wild animal that no one can release. I'll find a new locker, I'll find a new face, but I'll always be the girl who's just taking up too much space. They say I'm a liability, a little too intense, a fire in a building with no self-defense. I'm the dancer in the dark when the music starts to fade, the one who's always left standing in the shade. You love the light I gave until the shadows got too deep. Now I'm just a secret that you're tired of having to keep. Yeah, I'm a liability, I'm a heavy weight to hold. I'm the story that gets boring once it's already been told. So go ahead and leave, I'll just over-animate the air, pretend I'm fine with being the one who's never there. I'm a liability, I'm too much, I know. I'll just watch you go. Now I'm in past the campus where the highway meets the hill. The radio is humming, but the world is standing still. I see your face up on the ridge, a giant painted light, advertising a perfect life beneath the gray blue sky. It's just a billboard for a brand, a model in the light, but she's wearing that same silver ring you wore every night. The rain is coming down so hard, the dirt begins to move, like the ground we built our love upon had nothing left to prove. And it's a landslide billboard crashed into the street. The index of our forever is tangled at my feet. I watch the mountain crumble, I watch the metal tear, just like the way you left me gasping for the air. And I saw his face down in the mud and the clay. The landslide took the billboard, and you took the rest away. anxiety is coming at the seams. The university is quiet, the term is finally through, but I'm stuck in the wreckage of a memory of you. They'll send a crew to clear the road, to haul the scrap aside, but they can't fix the part of me that broke during the slide. 1 minute we were solid, a monument of stone. The next I'm in the debris, standing all alone. Gravity's a cruel thing when you're falling quite this far, looking for a sign of us in the ruins of a god. It's a landslide billboard crashing to the street. The image of our forever is tangled at my feet. I watch the mountain crumble, I watch the metal tear, just like the way you loved me, gasping for the air. How your smile is face down in the mud and the clay. The landslide took the billboard, and you took the rest away. Yellow tape around the seat, a mess of red and white and green. The sign is gone, the road is closed, and I'm the only ghost that stayed exposed. Just a landslide billboard. I'm driving past the campus. I kept the porch light on, though I should've known the dark. I let you use my embers just to find your own spark. The first time was a lesson, the second was a crime, but the third one feels like I finally run out of time. I was the one you called when your world was falling down. I held the umbrella while you let me slowly drown on the bridge you crossed to get to someone else's shore. I'm the in-between that you don't need anymore. You didn't want the garden, just a place to hide from the rain, and I'm the one left standing with a 3-time inherited pain. I was just a temporary fix, a bandage on your soul, way to feel like you were steady while I was losing control. I poured my heart into the cracks you didn't want to mend, just to find out I was a chapter while you were looking for the end. 3 times I've been the medicine for a heart that wasn't mine. Now I'm just a temporary fix, running out of time. The silence in this kitchen is a heavy kind of sound. I'm picking up the pieces that you scattered on the ground. You said I was perfect, you said I was enough, but enough is just a word when the going gets too tough. You used my light to find your way, then you turned the switch to off and left me in the shadow of a promise that was ours. 1 for the history, 2 for the doubt, 3 for the love that I can't live without. I'm tired of being the harbor where you wait for better weather. I'm tired of being the glue that holds everyone else together. your sake. I'm standing center stage again, but the spotlight's burning cold, reciting lines of "Stay with me" that already feel old. The first time was a tragedy, I cried until I broke. The second was a mystery that vanished like a smoke. But you were the grand finale, the one to stop the show, the anchor in the current that wouldn't let me go. Now I'm looking at the exit signs and the rows of empty seats, while the rhythm of a lonely heart just echoes and repeats. And I'm just a ghost in the rehearsal of a love that didn't last, watching 3 different futures turn into the past. They say the third time is a charm, but it's just a third goodbye. Another script for a lonely man under a heavy sky. 1 for the flicker, 2 for the flame, and 3 for the shadow that doesn't have a name. I'm practicing the silence, I'm learning how to disappear. Just a ghost in the rehearsal for another wasted year. Is there a director in the wings that I can't see, writing every forever as I never meant to be? I've got 3 different costumes that don't fit me anymore, 3 different sets of footprints leading to the door. I gave you the remaining light, the passion and the pride. Now I'm just a hollow shell with nothing left inside. Is it a habit or a curse? A cycle in the blood to keep building up the levee, just to drown inside the flood. Once is a lesson that you learn with the sting, twice is a warning that you don't mean a thing. But three is the limit, 3 is the wall, 3 is the number that makes sense of all. I'm tired of the curtain up, tired of the places please, when I'm already shaking on my bruised and weary knees. Yeah, I'm just a ghost in the rehearsal of a love that didn't last, watching 3 different futures turn into the past. They say the third time is a charm, but it's just a third goodbye. Another script for a lonely man under a heavy sky. 1 for the flicker, 2 for the flame, and 3 for the shadow that doesn't have a name. I'm practicing the silence, I'm learning how to disappear. Just a ghost in the rehearsal for another wasted year. Turn out the lights, the show is done. I'm tired of being the only one. 1 for the sorrow, 2 for the grief, and 3 for the ghost of a beautiful thief. Just a ghost, just a ghost. I'm standing by the lock-up bank as the crowds push through, holding on to words I'm never gonna say to you. You're leaning in close, telling me about your latest crush, and I'm nodding my head through the bitter silent rush. You call me your anchor, you call me your rock, while my heart's breaking down with every tick of the clock. On the shoulder you cry, on treats you bad, the best listener that you've ever had. I'm trapped in the margins, I'm the safety net, and a story you haven't even finished yet. I'm dying for a look that means something more than the platonic hello by the classroom door. 'Cause I'm just a friend of you, the one you trust the most. But I'm haunted by the version of me that is just a ghost. I'm the brother, the confidant, the background noise, while you're chasing the fire and the other boys. It's a lonely kind of loyalty, a sweet scented light, watching the love of my life just walk right by. Yeah, I'm shattering inside while I'm sticking like glue. It's just a friend of you. We sat on the bleachers for hours today, and I almost let the truth slip away. You rested your head on my shoulder for a second or two, and I felt the electricity that he never knew. But then your phone buzzed and you started to smile, and I lost you again for a country mile. Is it better to have you and stay in the dark, or to tell you everything and extinguish the spark? I'm terrified of losing the only piece of you I own, so I'll keep my heart on its lonely throne. 'Cause I'm just a friend of you, the one you trust the most. But I'm haunted by the version of me that is just a ghost. I'm the brother, the confidant, the background noise, while you're chasing the fire and the other boys. It's a lonely kind of loyalty, a sweet scented light, watching the love of my life just walk right by. Yeah, I'm shattering inside while I'm sticking like glue. It's just a friend of you. Same time, same place. I wear the same mask on my same old face. Just a friend, just a ghost. I love you the most. I'm leaning on the locker bay where the blue paint's chipped and dry, watching the blur of faces as the first bell starts to cry. I saw you walking through the lobby with your head held low, but you were wrapped in a warmth I no longer know. It's 3 sizes too big and the sleeves hide your hands, a heavy kind of fabric that understands the way you're moving on while I'm standing still against the bitter wind of my own broken will. I can see the letterman patch from across the hall. It's a shining shield and a brick built wall. I'm holding my breath until the oxygen dies. But it's not mine, crossing over the fragile and the finish line. I'm the hoodie you left in the back of your car, just a faded out memory and a jagged little scar. He's the new coat for your shivering soul, while I'm the empty space losing all control. Yeah, it shatters my spirit. yeah. I sat 3 rows behind you in biology class, watching dust motes dance on the microscope glass. You shrugged it off and draped it on the chair like a ghost of the version that was never even there. I could smell the laundry soap and the masculine scent of a future with him and a love that went. Is there a makeup credit for losing your spark, for wandering forever in the middle of the dark? I'm tearing the threads and I'm losing the light, shaking in my t-shirt on a Friday night. And you're wearing Jared's jacket, but it's not mine, crossing over the fragile in the finish line. I'm the hoodie you left in the back of your car, just a faded out memory and a jagged little scar. He's the new coat for your shivering soul, while I'm the empty space losing all control. Yeah, it shatters my spirit and kills the design to see Jared's jacket and no, it's not mine. And no, it's not mine. Sun's going down, the parking lot's bare. I'm breathing in the hollow point air. Keep it warm, keep it close. I'm the one who loves you the most, but it's not mine. No, it's not mine. No, it's not mine. The snow is stacking quiet on the driveway we used to shovel. The house feels like a palace that's turned back into a hovel. I pull the dusty boxes from the attic's lonely height, but the star for the top of the tree just doesn't feel as bright. I'm staring at your armchair and the way the fabric wears, fighting with the gravity of a man who isn't there. It's the first of many fatherless holidays to come, where the spirit's gone cold and the carols make me numb. I'm setting one less place, but I'm cooking twice the grief. The calendar is turning like a falling brittle leaf. There's no one at the head of the table to give the grace, just the heavy, holy silence of your empty, hollow space. I bought a gift by habit, then I caught my shaking hand, realizing there's no to or from across this frozen land. I miss the way you'd grumble at the tangled mess of lights, the hero of the winter, the king of Christmas nights. Now I'm the one who's reaching for the fuses and the wire, trying to find the warmth without your hand to build the fire. They say the time's a healer, but tonight it's just the grief, stealing every memory and replacing it with grief. The pine needles are dropping, turning brown upon the floor, like the hope I had of escape wherever you are. I'm walking through the rooms where we used to speak, but the floorboards are tired and the hallway is weak. I said I'm home to an empty space, hoping for the ghost of your soft embrace. But the walls are just plaster, the ceiling is gray, and the air tastes like everything you didn't say. Now I'm living in the echo of a goodbye. It's the thunder that rolls in a cloudless sky. It's the sound of the keys hitting the bowl, the hollowest ring in the depths of my soul. You're miles away, but you're still in my ears, ringing through the static of these wasted years. It won't fade out, no matter how I try. I'm just a shadow in the echo of a goodbye. Coffee's getting cold in a cup made for two. Every song on the radio sounds like you. I tried to drown it out with the TV light, but the silence is screaming in the middle of the night. It's the ghost of a laugh, the ghost of a name, a flickering candle that's forgotten the flame. If a heart breaks in a forest and there's no one around, does it make a beautiful, terrible sound, or does it just ripple again and again until the farewell is my only friend? That rolls in a cloudless sky. It's the sound of the keys hitting the bowl, the hollowest ring in the depths of my soul. You're miles away, but you're still in my ears, ringing through the static of these wasted years. It won't fade out, no matter how I try. I'm just a shadow in the echo of a goodbye. It's still ringing goodbye, like a bell that won't stop swinging. The last word you spoke is the only one I hear. Goodbye. Keep it in my ear. Sustained piano. Sustained piano. Sustained piano. old chest, I'm leaning on the lockers, trying my best to blend into the beige of these cinder block walls, while the echo of your laughter fills the cafeteria halls. You're wearing his jersey, the one that should have been mine, and I'm just a shadow stepping out of the line. I wrote your name in the stain on the library glass, then watched it disappear as you walked to your class. I'm a ghost in a hoodie, a blur in the frame. You look right through me, you've forgotten my name. I'm shouting in silence, I'm falling apart in a building full of people with a hole in my heart. I'm invisible in the hallway, a ghost in the light, the boy you used to talk to every Saturday night. Now I'm just a face you don't see anymore, a crumpled up note on the classroom floor. You're the sun in the center, I'm the cold out of space, just a stranger with a haunted look on my face. Yeah, I'm screaming I love you, but you're walking away, invisible in the hallway every single day. I sit 3 rows behind you in AP history, but you're focused on the future, and that doesn't include me. I watch the way you tuck your hair behind your ear, the same way you did when you whispered I'm here. Now the only thing left is this hollowed out ache, and a heart that's still beating for a love you didn't take. Maybe if I dropped my books and made a scene, maybe if I wasn't caught somewhere in between the person I was and the nothing I become, would you finally see the damage you've done? I'm invisible in the hallway, a ghost in the light, the boy you used to talk to every Saturday night. Now I'm just a face you don't see anymore, a crumpled up note on the classroom floor. You're the sun in the center, I'm the cold out of space, just a stranger with a haunted look on my face. Yeah, I'm screaming I love you, but you're walking away, invisible in the hallway every single day. The final bell rings, the crowd pushes past, I'm the only left, I'm the one who didn't pass, just a ghost in the hallway with you. I'm sitting in the bleachers where we used to hide, watching the Friday lights from the darker side. I would've held your hand a little tighter in the hall if I'd seen a shadow starting to fall, lyrics tall. I saw you by your lacquer, just a casual wave. I know when it was the last piece of us I get to save. If I had only known it was our final teachers calling names, but yours is a ghost, the one in this classroom that I'm missing the most. I would've memorized the way you leaned on the desk instead of treating our love like a practice test. I see the empty chair where you used to sit, and I'm struggling to find any meaning in it. Was it the rainy Tuesday? Was it the look in your eye? When did the hello start sounding like goodbye? I trade every end, every trophy I want to go back to the morning before we were done. The hallway's empty, the janitor's gone, and I'm still here waiting for a brand new dawn. Yeah, if I had only known we were drawing to an end, I never would've let you go back to just a friend, just a friend, just a friend. I'm sitting in the bleachers where we used to hide. I used to treat a breakup like a bend inside the road, just a temporary detour, just a heavy passing load. The first one was a tragedy, I thought the world would end. The second was a bitter pill, let's just stay as friends. But I poured my final bottle into the glass you held for me, thinking 3 would be the number that would set the lonely free. Now I'm staring at the ceiling, and the math is feeling cruel, because I'm standing in the wreckage of the third time's a charm rule. And I'm running out of next times, I'm running out of heart. I don't have the strength to find another place to start. They say the luck is coming, that it's right around the bend, but I've reached the final chapter where the happily must end. 1 was a lesson, 2 was a scar, 3 was the crash of my last lucky star. I'm running out of next times, I've gone a bit too far. I'm tired of the coffee dates and the getting to know you phase, of finding new ways to get lost inside the same old maze. I gave you every secret, every piece I managed to save. Now I'm just standing quiet at a third emotional grave. Is there a limit to the mending? Is there a point where it won't stick? Cause the skin is getting thinner and the air is getting thick. I've used up my maybe, and I've used up my one day. Now I'm just watching the last of the light fade away. Once is a mistake that you make when you're young, twice is a song that's already been sung. But 3 is a pattern, 3 is a wall, 3 is the number that finishes the whole. I'm closing up the shop, I'm turning out the light. I can't survive another starting over tonight. It's right around the bend, but I've reached the final chapter where the happily must end. 1 was a lesson, 2 was a scar, 3 3, I'm out of next time. Just leave what's left.